nice day. I want to thank my old subscribers, my new subscribers and my recent subscribers that have come to my channel. I can't thank you enough. I also want to thank you and say I appreciate you and all that lot for giving me condolences for Fifi and Fudge, who I recently lost. It means a lot to a wee YouTuber and to strangers, just giving that empathy of love for the loss of my 2 pets. It means a lot. But anyway, if you come across any, some bags of bags, there's loads, and you want a great community tab as well, which I have when you subscribe, there's a wee green button below. If you press that and subscribe, you'll get all my uploads once a week, etc, etc. And you also get this great community tab where I pop in and say hello and everything else. So, you know, come and interact with me there. But anyway, let's go with this vlog, people.
A few moments later.
So people, today's vlog is about autism, me and photography and how I got into it. I try not to make it long and a ball ache, but I found some old photos and I thought I found my portfolio from college. I didn't, it's somewhere else, but it shows you where I've been in the photography world. It's a bit annoying, I thought I found it, but no, it's probably in a box somewhere. But yeah, and I'm going to tell you how I got into it, be it the film, digital, blah blah and all that in between. So let's get started, shall we?
A few moments later.
So anyway, when I was in the ITO grass, I found that young, my family, my dad and everyone else used to go on Norfolk holiday every year, or some holidays, and that's where I got my love of film photography, or should I say photography as well, when you got these disposable kodak cameras. And that was my first instinct of photography that way, you know, the film wise at the time. And yeah, my love of it went from there. Let's move on a bit. Let's move to Yorkshire, where I moved Harrogate in, I think it was like 2004, 2005 roughly. And funny story of how I got into you know, the digital photography professionally was basically I went to do a childcare course, but I was 16 at the time and they said I wasn't experienced, blah blah blah, and it ended up upsetting me. So I saw this other opening at this college in Harrogate and it said, oh, do a diploma in photography, and that's how it happened. So I think everything happens for a reason, as cliche and cringe as that sounds, and that's how I got into it. And you know, I wasn't the best photographer, I was you know, I was just starting out, and it took me 3 years and I did it somehow. I don't know how, but I did it. And you know, I had my own business, like my own thingy, studio in the house or bungalow that I lived in Kent. And that's a long story, but we won't go through that. But yeah, that's how it all started really. And then, as you well know, I got back into film photography down lockdown between 2020 and 21, and I started that passion again. And you know, then I got self-taught in phone photography as well, and you know, different phones, and I started sharing my self-portraits with different models and other things and doing my tutorials like I do now. So yeah, you know, but these are like the photos that I found. This is not my college portfolio, unfortunately. I couldn't find it, I do apologise. But you know, we've got, this is where I lived in Whitstable, and then that's the famous park, Neptune there. Like I said, I don't think I was a good photographer back then, pretty crap. And this is the male model I used to do. But yeah, I will hunt for my portfolio, my college one, it is somewhere. There's more. I can't remember what camera I had when I lived in Wales. I think it was like a Nikon. There's more, that's my old dog Poppy there. But yeah, you see where I'm going with this. What else? I think that's really it. There's just like mostly whitstable. No. Where I used to live. And that was when I went to London. It's London Eye. I have no idea when I took this. No idea. But yeah, that's it. That's how it started. And I feel now with myself, like 17 years later, that I'm better a photographer than that. But you know, it's all skills that you'll learn. You know, every day's a learning day with photography, and even though I'm professional digital, I don't think I'm the bee's knees. I don't think I'm this. You know, we all start somewhere, and whether you come out of photography like I did, and you're still a photographer, but I don't know it all. You know, I'm just here to help share whatever. You know, it's like it's not about how much expensive equipment you've got, or the latest camera, or the latest phone. It's like, you know, it's down to your skill set and your technique and everything like that. It's like, yeah, you could buy a £5 camera, but you know, it's how you use it. It's like, yeah, you probably could get awesome photos, but you know, like me, I'd probably rather go second hand or go to a 60-year-old film camera and go manual and hope for the best.
A few moments later.
But in 2020, obviously I haven't got the first camera I started with, which was the Olympus trip, but I slowly made a collection, and I got an Olympus OM10, which is this one. There's that one there, and I love it. So that's one that I tend to use more. If I'm going, I've got so much. If I'm going on day trips, I say light, or I just want to have an ADHD impulsive, I use the Canon Connect, which I recently brought with eBay buy, which is fun, and it's got quick loading. So that's one I normally use if I'm like, yeah, let's go out, let's do that, because it's much more lighter. My favourite one is these Soviet Zenit, these Russian cameras. These are like 60 years old. They're heavy. They make great weapons. Not that I'm going to use it as a weapon, but you know, the Russians. And I love this because, yes, it's heavy, but the photos you get from this as well, it's like brilliant. And sometimes I take this if I'm going around with something, but it is heavy. But you know, I take all sorts of different film photography, as you know. But yeah, that is a 6-year-old Zenit, 60-year-old. So yeah, I've got quite a collection of old cameras. As you know, as an ADHD side, we can't stick to things and we get bored easily, and that's why we have more jobs and careers than hot dinners. But photography has stuck with me, which I'm grateful for. In any format, photography has stuck with me, and I'm grateful for that, because to me that's all I know, and it's like a hobby, it's a passion, it's, you know, it's something that has greatly stuck with me. You know, it's like, as much as I've been a welder, nutritionist or whatever, photography is just gone, yeah, stuck with me since I was like 8 years old, and that's it. And for me, it helps my mental health, it helps me to share my creativity with other creative photographers, and you know, it helps me challenge myself and go, okay, we've got a 6-year-old film camera, what are we going to do with it? I know, you know, because that's the lovely thing about film cameras. It's like, you take a photo, but you've got to wait a week or so, or whatever, for your photos, and you don't know. And that's what I love about it, and it's great. And you know, as much as I do like phone photography now on my phone, and it's like, it's a different outlet. It's like, sometimes you don't need to carry a massive camera with you to take photos, just take your phone and you're fine. It's like when I went to that shortlisted thing of the British Photography Awards, you know, Jet Black Squares, she only uses her phone for everything, for all her clients, and that's really awesome. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, here's my camera, here's my phone. And I think that's cool, you know, it's like, great. And like I said, when I was a kid in like Norfolk holidays, it was just little disposable cameras. You get, you know, the little Kodak ones, and we'd have loads of them, and we'd get hundreds of films and madness. But for me, the autistic side of that as well as the mental health side, is a passion of mine. It's an obsession. It's a hyper focus. It's something that's entwined in me. It's literally entwined in my DNA, so to speak. I suppose most photographers will get this. If you're an autistic photographer, let me know. But, you know, I may have this diploma or whatever, but I don't claim or want to claim or say, oh yes, I'm this, I'm the expert at this. You know, this is why I like other photographers, especially my friend Candy. When I came across her in 2019, you know, been pals now 5 years. It's like her creativity, I fucking admire her. Sorry, I'm swearing, I do apologise, but I admire her a lot, because when I saw her photos, like, I've never seen a photographer like this. She doesn't realise how talented she is. She's, wow, it's like, you know, I can't put something on it, but her creativity, her talent, how her brain works to get them photos of any, if you go on Candy's YouTube or whatever, you'll see how talented she is. It's like, wow, I'm coming across somebody like Candy, it's like, wow, you know, your photos speak for itself. And this is why she's always booked in, and this is why she's my photographer and does all my content for me, because she's absolutely awesome. And like I said, when I came across her, and she took me and my personality, the autistic me, and everything, and put me in photos, it's great. And, you know, just check her out. She's on YouTube, but, you know, I admire this woman. I admire her, and I'm lucky to call her my pal and my photographer, because, wow, it's like, her creativity is like mind blowing. But that's me. I admire other photographers. I admire people with different talents, different creatives. And for me, like, in the photography world, if I'm not professional, I don't believe in competition. I don't believe in, oh, I'm better than you. I don't. That's not me. That's just like...
A few moments later.
Why I share my phone photography, because I want to share it with you. I want you to go out on your phone or do a self-portrait like I do, and put your own twist on it and go, yeah, I did that. And don't, you know, it takes, even with the self-portraits I do on my phone, it takes me 20, 30 takes and little bits of editing. I don't over-edit, as you know. And that's fine. It's like, don't say, oh, I'm shit, oh, I can't do like this. You're not. It's just like I say, every day is a learning day. It's like, you can do it. It's like, have a bit of faith in yourself. But no, for me, photography is like probably written in my DNA. It's like the only thing that stuck with me, and I wouldn't want anything else. And I'm glad I can share all different formats of photography with you. And, you know, even on my analog vulture photography page, where I share mobile photography now as well as film, I can just share that about and go, this is me, you know, and meet others. And that's what I love about the photography world. You get to meet people from different walks of life, different backgrounds, different skill sets, and it's amazing, and it's a great little community, and I love it. And, you know, and that's why I wanted to share this, like, wee long story short vlog of how I got into photography and how I had a career in it and how I got a diploma. And, you know, I'm your average Joe blogs now. And, you know, if you're like me and you have a passion for photography of any sort, and, you know, you want to go out there and do it, go do it. You know, it's, you know, the world's your oyster, and it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or you're doing it as a hobby photography. There's many of them, many. And I'll tell you what, if you want to enter in any of your photos, go to the Amateur Photography magazine and enter there. You never know, you know, anything is possible, people. But I'm going to end this here. I'm sorry it's not long, but I hope you enjoyed a little insight into how I got into photography and, you know, my crappy portfolio. Apologies, I couldn't find my college one. I thought I did, but obviously not. But yeah, thank you for letting me share this with you, and don't forget to check out Candy's channel and if you want to book her in as well, I'll put her links below. Go and check her out, she's brilliant, she's creative, she's an awesome wee legend. But yeah, I'm going to leave this here, but thanks for watching, thanks for coming. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!